Savannah is usually known for its decorative squares, wraparound porches, and the moss that drapes from the trees. The historic cobblestone streets add to the breathtaking scenery along with its busy seaport, which happens to be Savannah's economic backbone. Savannah is rich in history as it was founded in 1733 by James Oglethorpe.
The crime in this community and as a whole, even in the black community, I think it really begins at home.
I mean, there's crime problems everywhere, but I think it all starts at home. You know, these kids just don't really have a value for life anymore like we did. You know, parents are teaching their kids, look, you know, when you get mad at somebody, you're supposed to work things out. You're not supposed to kill people. So there's a serious problem. You know, people always say, why is there a problem here in Savannah? What's the problem? Why is there all of this stuff going on? Well, I can't sit up and say because kids don't really have anything to do, because I didn't have anything to do. Kids now have access to internet, they have access to so much stuff, but yet and still they're out in the streets acting stupid, and that's not the way to go.
Sometimes parents don't want to admit they're still in denial that their kid is rotten. And what they're trying to do is take that rotten core and carve it up a little bit and savor whatever needs to be savored. And then, of course, it will grow and materialize into a beautiful flower one day. But unfortunately, I run across a lot of parents that before they even talk about the situation, I've had them come to me and say, that school has done this, this, and this to my child. And the first thing I do is I cut them off. I don't even let them go any further. I say, well, let me ask you some questions first, because I don't even hear the school. Let me ask you this. What did the child do when they got there? Why did they do this and why did they do that? And they can't answer me some of the time. I say, so you think the school's at fault or your child's at fault? Now you're doing a parent, you're supposed to defend your child, be there for them to protect them. When they're wrong, they're wrong. Go to the school with an open mind. Now I heard my son's child, my son or my daughter's side. I need to hear that side. Don't come to the school with this attitude like my child said that you cursed at him, my child said this. No, that approach right there will get you in further trouble. It will label your child even more. Troubled child, troubled parent. So you gotta have that AK game on now. You gotta know when they come through the door. So a lot of times parents come into a school situation automatically assuming the school has done something to their child. I don't think that. I'm always here with the child to say, and before I even talk to somebody, even when our own kids in our program, I ask questions. You got a B in the class, you say you're supposed to get an A because the teacher didn't like you. Well, let me ask you these questions. And after I get through asking them the question, I say, I don't need to go to the school. You made that. That was your fault. And a lot of times parents don't even do that. They don't even ask, well, did you get to class 5 minutes late? Well, yeah, mom. Okay, when you got there 5 minutes late, did she tell you earlier, if you get there 5 minutes late, you can't get in? Well, yeah, mom. Hey, that's your fault. When the door closes, the door is closed. That's the rules of that classroom. So how are you as a parent or a child gonna come in and tell a teacher how the rules should be played? You can't do that. So if that's the case, keep your child home, your unruly child home. You teach them, you teach them, you teach them, you teach them. But you can't do that. So what you're trying to do is get the kid out your head for 6-7 hours and hope somebody else can deal with that headache. But you don't want to lose your child because you might be getting some other benefits behind having that child. Maybe some type of check is coming in the mail. So you don't really want to let your child go because you know there's some benefits by having that child. But as long as you keep your child above the water and nobody has to question your child and anything they do, everybody's at fault. Too many parents are coming into situations automatically saying their child's right.